Businesses are not isolated islands in a vast cosmic sea. They exist and operate on a single finite planet. This is a fundamental truth, as undeniable as gravity. Our Earth has limits, resources that are not infinite. For a long time, traditional business models often seem to ignore this cosmic reality. Profit was pursued, sometimes at a great cost to our shared environment. But a new understanding is dawning across the global economic landscape. Sustainability is no longer just a fashionable word. It is an essential principle for survival, for our collective future. It demands a change in how we think and how we act. For eons, the singular pursuit of profit was the guiding North Star for many enterprises. Businesses chased financial returns relentlessly, sometimes with little regard for the planetary consequences. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the land that sustains us, all bore the burden of this narrow focus. Now humanity is beginning to see a much bigger, more interconnected picture. We are starting to understand that true lasting prosperity must include a healthy Earth. It must encompass thriving, equitable communities for all. This represents a profound reorientation of priorities. It is nothing short of a cosmic shift in our collective business perspective. What does sustainability truly mean for the world of commerce? It is far more than just placing recycling bins in the office canteen. It encompasses the entire life cycle of a product, a service, an idea. It begins with its conception, its birth in a human mind. It continues through its creation from raw materials, often drawn from the earth itself. It includes its use by people fulfilling a need or a desire. And critically, it considers its end, or perhaps more hopefully, its potential for a new beginning through reuse or transformation. Sustainability means designing for longevity, for durability. It means minimizing waste at every stage. It demands that we think differently, more holistically. The call to action resonates across all sectors for every organization. Each company, whether a colossal multinational or a small local workshop, has a vital role to play. Like individual stars within a vast galaxy, each contributes to the overall brilliance and structure of the whole. The choices we make in boardrooms and on factory floors ripple outwards. These decisions affect delicate ecosystems. They touch the lives of countless individuals near and far. The challenge before us is immense, a galactic undertaking, yet so too is the opportunity. An opportunity to build businesses that heal, not harm, to create value that endures for generations yet to come on this precious planet. The old model of supplier relationships was often characterized by tension. It was frequently a battle, a constant negotiation over pennies. Companies would systematically squeeze their suppliers, demanding the lowest possible price above all else. This created a zero-sum game, where one side's gain was perceived as the other's loss. This adversarial approach is like isolated stars, each shines alone, its light contributing little to a grander celestial display. Such a system inherently limited innovation. It fostered an atmosphere of distrust. It overlooked the vast, untapped potential that lies in genuine partnership and shared purpose. Now, envision a new way, a different cosmic dance. Imagine suppliers, not as adversaries to be overcome, but as true partners in the grand act of creation. Picture them sharing knowledge openly, jointly shouldering risks, and mutually celebrating the rewards of their collaborative efforts. This is the essence of synergy. It is like the fundamental elements forged in the hearts of dying stars, combining under immense pressure to form complex, life-giving molecules. When businesses and their suppliers choose to work together, hand in hand, entirely new possibilities emerge. They can co-create solutions that are demonstrably better for business and profoundly better for our shared world. How does this collaboration ignite the fires of innovation? Suppliers often possess deep, specialized expertise. They intimately understand the materials they work with. They have mastered the intricate processes of production. When businesses truly listen to their suppliers, when they value their insights, new ideas begin to spark. Perhaps a novel, more sustainable material is discovered, hidden in plain sight. Or a more efficient, less wasteful method of manufacturing is developed. This collaborative exploration is not just about reducing costs, it's about making things fundamentally better, smarter, more elegantly aligned with nature's own remarkable efficiency, honed over billions of years. The journey towards genuinely sustainable solutions is rarely simple. It is a complex undertaking, requiring many minds, many diverse perspectives. Suppliers are not just vendors, they are key players in this vital quest. They can help identify hidden areas for improvement throughout the value chain. They can contribute to redesigning products for greater durability or recyclability. They can play a crucial role in reducing the overall environmental footprint of goods and services. Together, businesses and their suppliers embark on a shared journey, a journey of discovery towards a more sustainable, more responsible way of conducting commerce on our planet. Let us consider a specific story from our own time, a story of two companies choosing a different path. GreenTech Plastics, an innovative maker of advanced polymer materials, and Zenith Aerotech, a respected builder of critical aerospace components.
Zenith faced a common challenge. They needed materials that were exceptionally lightweight, yet incredibly durable. Materials capable of withstanding the extreme conditions found at high altitudes and speeds. But alongside these technical demands, Zenith also confronted a new urgent imperative: the need to significantly reduce their environmental impact. This is a challenge many companies across our world now face.
Zenith Aerotech could have followed the old, well-trodden path. They could have simply demanded cheaper plastics from a list of potential vendors. This was the traditional way. Instead, they approached GreenTech Plastics with a different mindset. They shared their ambitious vision for the future. They openly discussed their sustainability goals. They articulated their desire for materials that not only performed exceptionally well, but were also demonstrably kinder to our planet.
GreenTech listened intently. They recognized an opportunity, not merely for a routine sale, but for genuine co-creation. A true partnership began to form, a seed of collaboration taking root.
The scientists from GreenTech Plastics and the engineers from Zenith Aerotech began to work side by side. They became a unified team, focused on a common goal. They explored novel chemical formulations. They courageously tested innovative recycled feedstocks, looking for ways to close the loop. Their focus was not just on the final product, but on its entire life cycle, from the extraction of raw materials to its potential for end-of-life recyclability.
It was an intense process of discovery, of meticulous trial and often frustrating error, but also of profound shared learning. Like astronomers patiently peering deeper into the cosmic unknown, they sought new horizons in material science.
The result of this dedicated collaboration was a new line of biocomposite plastics. These materials were lighter than previous options. They were stronger, and crucially, they were significantly more sustainable than anything Zenith had used before.
Zenith's aerospace components, made with these new plastics, performed better. Their aircraft achieved greater fuel efficiency. Consequently, their carbon footprint began to shrink. GreenTech Plastics, in turn, gained a loyal and significant customer. They also burnished their reputation as a forward-thinking innovator in sustainable materials.
Both companies created immense, tangible value. They also powerfully advanced their environmental, social, and governance (ESG) goals. A clear win for business and a win for Earth.
Price is an undeniably powerful force in the economic universe. Its influence can be immense, pulling decisions inexorably towards it. Like a supermassive black hole, its gravitational attraction can be difficult to escape. Businesses for generations have often focused almost exclusively on the initial cost, the number clearly printed on an invoice. But this narrow focus can be a dangerous illusion, a short-sighted view that misses the bigger picture. The cheapest option presented today is not always, or even often, the best long-term value. It frequently hides other, less obvious costs that emerge later. True value is a much broader, more encompassing concept. It extends far beyond the simple numerical price tag. It includes critical factors such as performance over time, the durability of a product or material, the reliability it offers day after day. True value carefully considers the cost of maintenance across the entire lifespan of an asset. It diligently factors in the often overlooked environmental impact of production and disposal. and increasingly it includes the social impact on communities and workers. It is a holistic calculation, like understanding a distant planet not just by its apparent size, but by its atmosphere, its complex geology, its potential to harbor life. When businesses shift their focus to this concept of total value, their decisions begin to change. A material that is slightly more expensive at an initial purchase might last significantly longer. This in turn reduces replacement costs and operational disruptions. A supplier that proactively invests in sustainable practices might dramatically reduce a company's exposure to future regulatory risks or reputational damage. Better, more thoughtful design can lead to substantially less waste during manufacturing and use. This improves overall cost efficiency in ways that a simple price comparison would miss. This approach leads to smarter, more resilient operations. It is the hallmark of long-term thinking. Let us revisit the story of Zenith Aerotech. The new biocomposite materials they co-developed with GreenTech might have had a different initial price point compared to conventional plastics. Perhaps slightly higher, perhaps not, but they led to significantly lighter aircraft parts. This single improvement translated directly into better fuel efficiency for Zenith's customers, lower operating costs over the lifetime of the aircraft. The overall value created by this innovation was far greater, far more substantial than any small difference in the upfront material price. This is the undeniable power of seeing beyond the immediate price tag. It unlocks hidden efficiencies and creates lasting competitive advantages. Section 5. The Circular Dance, Rethinking Resources in Our Economic Cosmos. For far too long, our global economy has largely followed a straight, unyielding line. We take resources from the earth, we make products from these resources, we use these products often for a surprisingly short time, and then we dispose of them, consigning them to landfills or incinerators. This is the essence of the linear model: take, make, dispose. It is like a brilliant meteor streaking across the night sky. It burns bright for a moment, then it is gone forever. This model produces vast, ever-growing mountains of waste. It relentlessly depletes our planet's finite, precious resources. This path we now understand is fundamentally unsustainable. Now let us imagine a different model, a more elegant system, a circle, like the graceful, predictable orbits of planets around their star. In this model, resources are kept in active use for as long as humanly possible. We strive to extract the maximum possible value from them while they are in circulation. Then, crucially, we recover and regenerate these products and materials at the end of their initial service life. This is the heart of the circular economy. It is a system consciously designed to eliminate waste, to keep valuable resources flowing, not discarded. It mimics nature's own cyclical processes. How does the circular economy actively reduce waste and lower costs? In a truly circular system, what we currently call waste is not seen as an endpoint. Instead, it is viewed as a valuable resource, a feedstock for new creation. Products are intentionally designed for easy disassembly. They're built for repair, not for immediate replacement. They are conceived for reuse, for multiple lives. Materials are efficiently recycled back into new products, reducing the burden on virgin resources. This approach dramatically lessens the need to constantly extract new raw materials from the earth. It significantly cuts down on landfill costs and associated environmental problems. It can even create entirely new revenue streams from what was once considered worthless trash. Companies around the world are already beginning to embrace this transformative concept. We see businesses refurbishing complex electronics, giving them a second life. We see innovative packaging made from recycled materials, reducing plastic pollution. We see the rise of product-as-a-service models where customers pay for use rather than ownership, incentivizing durability and recyclability. The benefits are becoming increasingly clear. Less pollution in our air, water and soil, reduced reliance on scarce and often geopolitically sensitive resources, lower production costs in the long run as material inputs become more predictable. The circular economy is not just an environmental strategy, it is a profoundly smart economic strategy, a more elegant, more intelligent way to interact with our planet's generous gifts. Section 6. Gravitational pull. The power of long-term alliances. Many business dealings in the traditional economy are fleeting, almost ephemeral. They are purely transactional. Like comets, they appear briefly in the economic sky, then vanish without a lasting trace. Companies often jump from one supplier to another, always relentlessly chasing the lowest immediate price, the deal of the moment. This constant churn creates inherent instability within supply chains. It actively discourages suppliers from investing in deeper, more meaningful improvements to their processes or products. There is precious little room for genuine trust to grow or for a shared long-term vision to take hold and flourish. Long-term partnerships, however, are fundamentally different. They are like stable planetary systems, held together by mutual benefit and understanding. They are carefully built on shared goals, on common aspirations, and crucially, they are founded on the bedrock of trust, earned over time. When companies and their key suppliers commit to each other for the long haul, they create a powerful, positive gravitational pull. This pull naturally fosters deeper collaboration. It encourages joint investment in new, sometimes risky technologies, and it supports a shared commitment to adopting more sustainable practices across the entire value chain. This stability benefits all involved. Trust is the indispensable bedrock of any strong, enduring partnership. It is not built overnight. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort to construct. It grows through open, honest communication. It is nurtured by transparency in dealings. It is solidified by consistently delivering on promises, big and small. When this deep trust exists between partners, companies become more willing to share sensitive information. They feel secure enough to explore bold, unconventional ideas together. This kind of environment, rich in trust, is extraordinarily fertile ground for innovation, for pioneering breakthroughs that neither partner could likely achieve alone, in isolation. The universe, as we know, is full of surprises, both magnificent and challenging. The world of business is no different. Supply chains can be unexpectedly disrupted by unforeseen events. Global markets can shift with bewildering speed. Long-term partnerships provide a vital element of resilience in this dynamic landscape. Partners who genuinely trust each other can navigate turbulent waters more effectively. They can adapt more quickly to changing circumstances. They can collaboratively find creative solutions to new problems. This human element, this bond of trust, is a powerful defense against chaos and uncertainty. It secures supply, fosters continuous improvement, and ultimately strengthens the entire economic ecosystem. Section 7. Echoes of Innovation: How Trust Fuels Discovery. In the vast, unexplored expanse of business possibilities, trust acts as a powerful catalyst. It has the remarkable ability to accelerate positive reactions. It makes entirely new and beneficial combinations possible, combinations that would otherwise remain unrealized. Without a foundation of trust, companies tend to remain guarded, protective of their knowledge. Ideas, even brilliant ones, stay locked away behind closed doors. Potential innovations which could benefit many remain dormant, unawakened. But when trust is present, information begins to flow freely and openly between partners. Like light traversing the immense distances of the cosmos, shared knowledge illuminates new paths, new opportunities for discovery. This sharing is fundamental to progress. Long-term partners, secure in their relationship, feel comfortable enough to communicate with remarkable openness. They can frankly discuss emerging challenges without fear of judgment. They readily share valuable insights gleaned from their respective fields of expertise. Consider again GreenTech Plastics and Zenith Aerotech. GreenTech possessed deep knowledge of polymer science. Zenith intimately understood the demanding requirements of aerospace engineering. Their combined knowledge, willingly shared in an atmosphere of mutual trust, led directly to the development of a superior, more sustainable product. This dynamic of shared learning significantly accelerates the pace of innovation. Each partner learns and grows from the other, creating a virtuous cycle of continuous improvement. Trust also empowers partners to make joint investments in crucial research and development. Embarking on R&D can be inherently risky. It requires significant financial resources. It demands considerable patience, as breakthroughs rarely happen on a predictable schedule. Companies are far more willing to make such substantial commitments with partners they deeply trust. They do so with the understanding that both the potential rewards and the unavoidable risks will be shared equitably. This type of collaborative R&D, fueled by trust, can lead to truly significant breakthroughs. It can push the known boundaries of what is possible. It can even create entirely new markets and industries. The innovations that are born from these trusted partnerships often do not just benefit the companies directly involved. Their positive effects can ripple outwards, creating a much wider impact. Like the concentric waves expanding from a single stone dropped into a vast cosmic pond. New sustainable technologies developed through collaboration can be adopted by other industries, spreading their benefits. Best practices in ethical sourcing or circular design can be shared and emulated. The overall standard of sustainability and performance can be gradually raised across the entire economic landscape. This is how genuine, lasting progress spreads. It is how we collectively build a better future, one trusted partnership at a time. Section 8. Navigating the nebulae building resilient supply chains. Traditional supply chains, designed over decades, were often built with a primary, almost singular focus: immediate cost efficiency. As a result, they frequently became incredibly long. They grew immensely complex, with many interconnected links spanning the globe. And sometimes they were frustratingly opaque, with little visibility into their deeper tiers. Like ancient ships navigating through dense, obscuring nebulae, these supply chains were highly vulnerable to unforeseen disruptions. A sudden natural disaster, an unexpected geopolitical event, a global pandemic. When these shocks occurred, the vital flow of goods could abruptly stop. This exposed deep, systemic vulnerabilities within the global trade system. A truly sustainable supply chain, by its very nature, is an inherently more resilient supply chain. Why is this the case? Because achieving sustainability requires a much deeper understanding of one's suppliers and their operations. It demands greater transparency throughout the entire network. It actively encourages the diversification of material sources and manufacturing locations. It often promotes local or regional sourcing where feasible, reducing long-distance dependencies. All of these practices, driven by sustainability goals, also systematically reduce various forms of risk. They make the supply chain stronger, more robust, more adaptable to the inevitable shocks and surprises of a complex world. We have already explored how long-term partnerships cultivate the essential element of trust. This trust is absolutely crucial for building genuine resilience within a supply chain. When disruptions inevitably occur, and they will, partners who trust each other work together constructively to find solutions. They communicate openly and honestly about the challenges they face. They're more likely to prioritize each other's urgent needs during a crisis. A supplier will almost certainly go the extra mile, make the extra effort for a trusted long-term partner. This human element, this collaborative spirit forged in trust, is a powerful defense against the encroaching forces of chaos. It provides critical flexibility and adaptive capacity. Furthermore, companies that proactively build sustainable and ethical supply chains also cultivate a strong, positive reputation. Consumers, especially in the 21st century, increasingly care where their products come from. They want to know how they are made and under what conditions. A good reputation for sustainability and ethical conduct attracts discerning customers. It helps to attract and retain top talent who want to work for responsible organizations. It can even attract long-term investors who see sustainability as a proxy for good management. Conversely, unsustainable or unethical practices create significant reputational risks, and these in turn can translate into serious financial risks. Building a resilient, sustainable supply chain is simply good business. It is a clear example of enlightened self-interest. Section 9. Our pale blue dot, the future of business and shared destiny. From the smallest subatomic particle to the largest supercluster of galaxies, everything in the known universe is connected. Our global economy, a human construct, is no different in this fundamental aspect. The actions of a single company, even a seemingly small one, can have profound effects on communities located halfway around the world. The health of our shared planet, our only home, affects every single one of us without exception. This is our pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan so eloquently described it, a tiny, fragile oasis in the vast cosmic darkness. Business, as a dominant force on this planet, must fully recognize this fundamental interconnectedness. It is not and cannot be separate from society or from nature. Business, when guided by wisdom and foresight, possesses immense power. It can be an incredibly powerful engine of innovation, driving progress at an astonishing rate. It can be a vast creator of jobs, providing livelihoods and opportunities for billions. It can be a significant generator of prosperity, lifting people out of poverty. When this immense power is intentionally aligned with the principles of sustainability, business can become a profound force for good in the world. Companies can actively help to solve some of our civilization's biggest, most daunting challenges: climate change, resource scarcity, social inequality. This is not merely a burden or a responsibility, it is a monumental opportunity for transformation. The necessary transition to a truly sustainable global economy will not be an easy path. It will require immense courage from leaders in all sectors. It will demand collaboration on an unprecedented planetary scale. It will mean bravely challenging old, outdated assumptions about how the world works. And it will necessitate embracing new ways of thinking, new models of value creation. But this crucial journey has already begun. More and more businesses, large and small, are waking up to this new reality. They are seeing the clear light of sustainable prosperity. The path towards a brighter, more equitable future is becoming more visible, more attainable every day. Ultimately, the long-term success of business is inextricably tied to the health and well-being of our planet and all its people. There can be no thriving businesses on a dead or dying planet. There can be no lasting prosperity in a deeply fractured society. Creating value that goes far beyond mere price tags, actively fostering environmental and social sustainability, and building strong, trust-based partnerships are not just clever business strategies. They are essential components for securing our shared destiny, for ensuring that this small, precious world, our only home, continues to thrive, for all its diverse inhabitants, for all generations yet to come. Our collective cosmic journey quite literally depends on it.